the basic distinction, how people, they differentiate between a native English speaker and a person who is not native. How? I'm talking to you, right? And there will be some things or some places or points where I gotta, reflect my emotions, and I will not be able to do that because I'm not a native speaker, right? Oh, that seemed like fake because I'm not a native speaker. I may seem like fake, right? That's fine. But since I have a vocabulary, I have designed an environment for me to speak English, right? That is fun. That's gonna help me. I work in an environment where everybody speaks English. Even if you go to canteen, if I'm hungry, I'm gonna ask something. I'm gonna simply pay him. And I say, "Excuse me, can I have a cup of tea?" And he'll say, "How sugar, sir?" And I'll say, "1 teaspoon." All right. Do you want some snacks? And at the point, I would be like, "What are snacks?" So this is what you need to take care of vocabulary at the all time, what the present vocabulary is. Best way is look around the things which are around you. Don't go beyond, don't Google the things. Just see the things that are around you. If you know the meaning of each and everything, you're already there. Right? What I'm speaking is, I'm speaking about my experience. My experience, whatever things, all the things that I saw in the past, I know their English meanings. I know the verb I did, what is it called in English, right? I may not know the grammar, but I combine these two things. I combine some of my gestures. I just stood here and I kept on talking. This is how you do it. Just with the base of vocabulary and a bit of environment, you get confidence. When you know that whatever you're going to talk about, say it's cricket, say it's about women empowerment, say it is about gaming, say it is about teaching, say it is about some public relations, whatever, right? You just need to know about what are the elements, like she just told you. Tell us about yourself. You must know that whatever you are going to speak, you are going to speak that. You're not going to utter the words. When you speak Urdu, do you ever feel like, अगर मैं उर्दू बोलूँ, will you ever feel like that I'm speaking a fake Urdu? Or I'm speaking a wrong Urdu? No, nobody says that. But when you speak English, people typically points you out galat English. Why? That's cool. English is not my first language. It's maybe my fourth or fifth language, right? But if I'm speaking it, that's my passion. You must appreciate that. So first thing, vocabulary. Second thing is environment. Then the third thing is to ignore the people who criticize, who comment on you for these things, because they're not going to help you ultimately, right? And you are there because this is something that is going to be helpful for you, not for anyone else. You're going to be a cricketer in future, right? I can see the players in the PSC, they are speaking very fluent and very fantastic English this time. I've seen Kamran Abdul as well speaking English, and he was speaking very great, right? So this is something positive, right? I know we are accepting it, but to ourselves, on a very small level, on a grassroots level, what I believe is what we are ignoring is we are moving forward to the technologies, but we are not looking at the roots. The thing I'm saying is, if you just see the things around you, that makes a 90% possibility of you to speak confidently, right? If what is the basic practice of an English teacher? When they start telling the students, how to write an essay or how to deliver a speech, they say, okay, write it yourself. Your speech is about my best father, right? Right? Okay. When you know everything about your father, you're going to write it. Right? You're not going to write anything that you're not sure of. You're not going to write he has 3 legs. You can't write it. Because he has 2. You can't write he is an engineer if he's a doctor, right? You're going to write the facts. Once you're sure with the facts, you're going to write it. But when you come to deliver here, whatever you've written to the people or the audience, you're going to speak with a confidence because you know who your father was. This is what I was talking about. You need to know whatever you're going to talk. You're going to be sitting in a class. The first thing that you need to make sure everybody, if you are 3, if you're going to be 5, inshallah, you're going to be 50, whatever the strength's going to be, you're going to make sure the things around you, they don't go wasted. If there is anything around you that you don't know the meaning of, that's your loss, right? If you get somewhere tomorrow on a very classy level, you speak fluent English, you earn a lot of bucks and you have a lot of fame, it's not going to help you. But if you fail, it surely is going to, right? So this is something he is teaching on a macroscopic and microscopic level as well. I mean, he's telling you the bigger things like this is a very big thing because in our class we used to do it on like weekly basis. Probably there were days when we used to read these things like that, right? And these are like the microscopic level telling about verbs and nouns. So the very clear shortcut to learn English is vocabulary. See as much as words you can, see as much as things that you can translate. Go on home, walk around, you see vehicles passing, you see people they are passing on the roads, you see shops, you see vendors, everything, translate everything. This is your vocabulary. You are just making it up and up and up. And here is the environment. And if not here, go out, talk to your friends, make such gatherings that promote your environment of English life. If you really want to be there. See, I've seen a lot of faces who've been in this field for like 5 to 6 years, but they cannot speak English properly. They don't know. I've seen a lot of people who were in the badges before my badge, but they are still what we can call it, not to that level that they have to be on. Right? They must be on. So this is something, there is something negligence on their part, on their level, on their side, that are they are neglecting. So what we need to do is we don't need to repeat those same mistakes. We're going to make up the things. We're going to see whatever things are around us. We go out. We are here. This is a classroom, a smaller level. You go out, you have Shadra, a bigger level. You go out Shadra, you have Lahore, a bigger level. So you try to analyze the things, you translate the things, and one day there'll be everything. You'll be knowing English. Oh, that's perfect English, right? Right? Yeah. So this is something that I have learned, and this is going to help you a lot. And important thing is environment. While Samsa was teaching you, what you need to do is you need to make sure, if you can read the things written on it, or even you can communicate in English with him while he's writing. Alright, sir, you have written that. Can you please tell me like that? Keep on communicating, keep on interfering, Absar sir, while he's speaking because he loves it. This is language, practice. If you want to be a good batsman, you need to practice. You need to do a lot of blocking. If you want to be a video game player, good one, you need to be a pro in VR or something. And if you want to be a good speaker, you need to speak. So speak. If you keep on just writing, that's a bad thing. When you're in class, see over here, look, watch whatever you are having, right, and have a conversation. Have a wrong conversation, that's okay, but have a conversation. A lot of people were there in our batch who used to speak wrong English with, a lot of mistakes in grammar. But I tell you, they were the most confident people in our batch. Probably the best people who presented the presentations. Even not we were, right? But right now they are on better stages because they had the confidence. They didn't bother about the language, they bothered about the confidence that the language was, taking with. So that's something that they, worked on. So I believe you guys are, truly passionate. That is why you guys are sitting here, obviously spending your time somewhere. So if you are totally sure to go on with English language, you must, really work on it. Every time is English. I mean, if you are sleeping, why aren't you sleeping in English? How's that you can sleep in English, or you can eat in English, or you can walk in English? Like you talk on to your people, to your boys, to your brother, and parents. Hello, where are you? I'm here. Can you meet me at this time? Sure. What's he gonna say? No, nothing. Kuch bhi nahi kehta. You're gonna talk to him, Shah, hi, at the class. What's the time of class, please? Kuch bhi nahi, hame message kar de. That's something we call. So this is the way how you communicate, and you need to do this because interference is something that is the base of universe. That is, you have to accept two guys, right? So interference is zaruri. If there is no interference, you're not practicing, you're not learning it. Learning how a cover drive is played, imaginary is not going to help you until and unless you practice solve for like 300 balls for that, right? You agree with that?
Yes.
If you want to say that I'm going to pass out some 20 students for like BA supplementary, you really have to work on them, not imaginary. So this is something, English language or whatever language you're learning is not imaginary. It's a practical thing. You need to practice it. How? Where? I've told you. Everything around you is practice. Everything is practice. I mean, everything is English. What's not? You are also in English. So this is something that I just wanted to share. And I believe this is the secret of what I have learned. This is a very small thing. People would say this is crazy, something crazy, but this is not. This is very small, but this is very helpful. You go on, you know meaning of everything around you. How can you stop? You can't stop. If you are sad, you are crying, right? If you are happy, you're laughing, right? If you are angry with somebody, you know what expressions you need to make. if you are being bargaining somewhere, you know how to bargain that thing. So this is something that you do yourself. So self-driving is something, yeah, you need right now to what you call it, to produce in yourself. Self-driving and analyzing. That's, I think,